Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and spooky season is upon us in PokeMMO. So today, I'm here to show you guys some fun Halloween-themed shiny hunts to just sort of enjoy the holidays while playing PokeMMO. Most of these shunts will be beginner-friendly as well, being a lot of ×5 hordes, some of which may require leppas, which can get kind of expensive, so keep all of that in mind when choosing your shiny hunts. I will try to do my best to recommend you guys what exactly you will need to use for these shunts, what Pokemon, what items, what leads to use for your party, etc, etc. And I of course wish you the best of luck. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run into our list. Alright, first up on our list is going to be shiny Duskull / Shuppet. The cool part about these two shinies is that they're actually both in the same spot. Shiny Duskull rocking that amazing red that a lot of Halloween fanatics want, and then later evolves into kind of a purple and even a blue, I believe, with like, I guess Dusclops stays red, which is kind of cool as well with the one-eye Cyclops. And then you have Shuppet, which evolves into Bayonet, this very, very cool blue. And the cool thing about Bayonet is that it's actually a very good utility Pokemon, being a frisk thief Pokemon with the right ability, so you can use it to make some Pokeyen as well. This spot will require Leppa berries, and on average, it takes around 2.4 million Pokeyen worth of Leppas to get one shiny at these kind of locations. So take that with what you will, and if you want to spend the Pokeyen, you can, but I understand if you want to do some non-Leppa shunts as well. Depending on what version of the Pokemon you want, you also might want to lead your party with different things. If you want a utility Bayonet, you probably want an Adamant synchronized Pokemon to increase the chance of you getting an Adamant Bayonet. However, if you want a Duskull, you might want Bold Nature, so it's kind of complicated if you care about different stats in different Pokemon. So honestly, in locations like this where you want the different natures on different species, whether you want Dusclops, Dusknoir, Bayonet, I like to just run a Cute Charm Pokemon. It's kind of a catch-all. It's going to increase your chance. If you have a male Cute Charm Pokemon, it's going to give you a 15% chance for increased chance for a female Pokemon in the wild, which is nice because female shinies are usually cheaper to breed. All right, now let's make our way over to the location. You want to start here over in Hoenn in Lily Cove City and go ahead and head to the west. I recommend having some repels ready to be popped. It's also important to note that you're going to need Leppa berries, of course, and you're also going to have to go to different locations depending on whether you're going to want to hunt Bayonet or Duskull, but we'll get to that once we actually get to Mount Pyre. So you want to follow my path along here, head over, loop around this cave, and then come over to the entrance right here. And then if you go ahead and Sweet Scent right here, you will actually get ×5 hordes of Shuppet. And if you want a shiny hunt Shuppet, you honestly could do this without Leppas, but I do recommend popping repels if you do the strategy. So it'd be a lot cheaper, honestly, than using Leppas, but also a fair bit slower since it's pretty far from a PC. There's also no shame in just using Leppas at this spot, honestly, in my opinion. But if you want to go for Duskull, you're gonna have to make your way up all of these steps. Now, Duskull is definitely one you don't want to do without Leppas. You want to go all I think it's like 5 steps or so, all the way up to the very top of Mount Pyre, and you'll find 100% hordes of Duskull. So once you're up here and you can only see a staircase down as opposed to any more staircases upwards, you should be able to do a ×5 horde and see some Duskull. That's it. Now you can pretty much just camp out here, throw up your Sweet Scents until you see a red boy. This is also a really good shunt to do, or Leppa shunts in general are very good to do with controller. If you wanted to check out controller support for the game and test that out, I feel like Leppa shunts are honestly the best thing to do with controller. You can just sit there and spam one button over and over again. Extremely comfy. You can sit back and chill, maybe watch some TV or sports during football season. Go Ravens. But anyways, let's move on to our next shiny hunt. Spooky shunt number 2 is going to be Haunter, doing ×5 hordes there, which you are absolutely going to need Leppas for, but you also could breed down into a shiny Ghastly if you so choose. It just so happens the Ghastly on the GTL is named Love Epoch, and it also just so happens that I also love Epoch, so it's a perfect example for this shunt. For this shiny hunt, I do definitely recommend a timid or modest synchronized Pokemon. That's definitely one of the natures you want for this shiny Pokemon, and it's a 100% spawn rate for them. You want to start over here in Veilstone City and then head south. Once again, repels will always be helpful to help you get to these locations, and you are going to need Leppas to actually shiny hunt this Pokemon effectively, and it's quite a bit of a trek. We're going to make our way over to Lost Turn Cave, so we're going to head over here, over to the Spring Path, head over here. You also do need, before I continue on, a Defog Pokemon or a Defog Ocarina and a Rock Climb Pokemon or a Rock Climb Ocarina. So let's continue on. Now that you guys have that in mind, we're going to go ahead and Rock Climb. We're going to head over here. We're going to head around here, loop around this location, rock climb downwards down here, head into this cave. and go ahead and pop our defog. So I have a nice defog ocarina I can go ahead and use here. And then you do need to go through one of these doors. I don't believe it matters. And then go ahead and pop your sweet scent. Always bring a sweet scent Pokemon to any shiny hunt, of course. And here we go, our ×5 hordes of Haunter. Really cool Pokemon, really cool shiny sprites. Unfortunately, Gengar sucks. Also, don't make the mistake that I did and bring too low level of a timid synchronized Pokemon. I should have given this guy a choice scarf. Haunters are quite fast, so having the speed stat to be high enough to actually be able to successfully run away from them is relevant. Putting a choice scarf on your lead Pokemon is a great way to raise their speed stat to help you successfully run away from Pokemon like this. I went ahead and used a revive and put the choice scarf on my Kadabra just to show you guys. I failed the first runaway, but if I go ahead and make these changes, I should be able to successfully run away from these Haunters. It should be 100% chance for ×5 hordes of Haunter, and there we go, a successful runaway. And that's pretty much it for this spot. Just sit here and spam your hordes and hope for a blue boy. Fun fact, if you also want to passively shunt for Spirit Tomb here, which is an absolutely amazingly rare and amazingly cool shiny hunt in PokeMMO, you can also smash the rocks here at Turnback Cave and just kind of hope for the best. It's a pretty rare spawn, I'm not gonna lie, but occasionally you will see a Spirit Tomb. So if you want to bring a Rock Smash Pokemon just for that chance, it's kind of worth it if you want to have some fun, but not the most efficient. Usually you would end up egg hunting for something like Spirit Tomb because it is so exceedingly rare. And honestly, when you take a look at it, it's understandable it's so rare when it's honestly probably one of the most stunning shinies in all of Pokemon. Spooky Shunt number 3 is a shiny hunt you can do with or without Leppas. Leppas are obviously helpful, but this is probably one of the more doable shunts on this list without Leppas. This is shiny Litwick / Chandelure. You can obviously choose whether you want to evolve it or not. They are two very different shinies, one of which being a blue flame and an orange flame, kind of like Ponyta and Rapidash. They're also very good PvM Pokemon, being really good for the Pumpkin boss during the Halloween event. Also really good utility Pokemon, being a good flame body Pokemon, and also being a really good PvP Pokemon, having a solid usage rate over in OU. So just a really cool usable shiny all around. In OU, they do use a mixture of modest and timid, so I recommend bringing a synchronized Pokemon with whichever nature you'd prefer, and then heading over from Mistralton City, you essentially want to head north. Once again, you can technically do this without Leppas, in my personal opinion. It's kind of a muscle memory thing to learn. You will have to learn this pathing pretty well, but you'll head up this little thing and then head up here. It's honestly not that far from a PC. If you learn really good pathing and are pretty quick about it, this could honestly be a very, very viable non-Leppa shunt. But if you're okay with spending the Leppas, here you go. ×5 hordes of Litwick, 100% chance. You just sit here and go until you find the shiny. Shiny hunt number 4 on our list is the easiest hunt on the entire list, doesn't require Leppa berries, and is a totally free shiny hunt, which is what you love to see. However, it is a time dependent hunt, only being available during nighttime, and this is about shiny Houndour / Houndoom, a really cool blue doggo that if you want to go for is a very, very cool shiny and a pretty fairly medium tier shunt to go for. It is a ×3 horde over to the east of Celadon City, but the beauty of it is that it's right here. It's right next to the PC at nighttime only, so you want to head over here. There's Growlithe during the daytime split with Rattata, but at nighttime it's Houndour. If you want a shiny hunt for Growlithe here, I guess you technically could, although I do believe that there are actually better spots to go. Some ×5 horde spots I'd recommend doing as opposed to this ×3 horde spot, but it's not currently nighttime in game, so I can't show you guys exactly, but it is a Houndour swarm right here. I believe it is split 50-50 with Rattata, unfortunately, even at nighttime, which is the biggest thing to watch out for, but it's okay. If it means getting you that blue dog, some rats along the way are worth it. And rats are pretty spooky and Halloween themed too, so you know what? That might just be a bonus. Definitely not just speaking out of copium, considering I have 3 shiny Raticates. But if you're going for the blue dog, I wish you the best of luck and hopefully no phases. And then finally, the final shiny hunt that I want to mention is going to be Cofagrigus. A really pretty and really underrated shiny hunt, in my opinion. When was the last time you were talking to someone and they said, yeah, I'm shiny hunting Cofagrigus? It's such an unbelievably cool and unbelievably unique shiny, and seemingly no one shunts it for some reason. And I honestly think it's just because it's kind of out of the beaten path. It's pretty far from a PC, and you are definitely going to need Leppa berries. I also recommend bringing a dig Pokemon to help you escape from the cave. However, if you start over here in Nimbasa City and then make your way to the south of this city in Unova, you want to head over to Relic Castle, which has some pretty cool shiny hunts in general, but I think Cofagrigus is probably the coolest. Sigilyph is up there though, but we're not talking about Sigilyph in this video. You want to follow my path along here, loop around to the southwest, and then head back up north like I'm doing. Run through these little deep sand patches wherever possible, and bike wherever you possibly can, because it will save you a fair bit of time. Head through here, head over towards Relic Castle, that same place where you find those Darumakas slash Darmanitans. Follow me along this path through the deep sand, just running your way upwards, north. There are the Darmanitans. Now you want to head your way inside of this cave. And if you don't know, you need to make sure you're walking. Okay, this is running. This is walking. If you're walking, you can actually make your way around these little sand pits, which you definitely want to do. And then make your way over to this staircase. And then drop down. Now you can purposely run on this if you want to. You want to purposely drop down this sand pit. And then now you can sweet send. You can do ×3 hordes of Yamask on the floor above, but ×5 hordes of Cofagrigus are way faster. And I super recommend doing it like this. So here we go. You want to sit here and just spam ×5 hordes of Cofagrigus until you get a shiny. It should be a 100% encounter rate. And it's a very, very beautiful shiny. And that's it. This is the last shiny hunt I actually want to talk about in this video. Now, technically, you could do some other cool rare shunts if you were up for egging. If you wanted to egg some shinies, you have some things like Shiny Rotom, which makes for a very cool Halloween-themed shiny. You have some things like Spiritomb, which we talked about earlier. And you also have Eevee/Umbreon. I think Umbreon really is the Halloween star of the evolution. So if you wanted to go for it and Halloween gave you that motivation, go ahead, and I wish you the best of luck. But these hunts are not for the faint of heart. But that's it. I hope you found this video helpful and informative and entertaining. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you want to see daily PokeMMO videos. Discord link down below. You can follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Friday. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, it really does make the world's difference. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do allow me to make this kind of content. Have a great day and happy holidays. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.